Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Man, Am I Glad I Didn't Have This While I Was Growing Up. Now, I want you to think back to the time where you were in high school, right? Or maybe middle school or even university. What kind of accounts existed for your institution? Now, for my middle school, high school, and university, we had kind of confession accounts, right? Where basically somebody would message the owner being like, yo, I like this girl, or oh, that guy is stupid, or oh, this guy, gossip kind of stuff, right? And it never really involved the teachers, to be honest. It was a bit scary to do that. Like maybe the max thing you would do is like Photoshop the teacher's head onto somebody, right? That was like the most degenerate, like, whoa thing you could do. Man, I was always so jealous of the owner. Cause like the owner of those accounts knows who every person likes. Oh, this person likes that person. Oh, this guy is doing this and stuff. Now, I was never lucky or unlucky enough to be on the end of one of these confessions, right? Not even as a joke. But I did have one friend who ended up on there in university because we remember the next day we woke up and he had like 300 new follow requests, all from girls, and we were like, what is going on? Apparently, it got posted onto the confession page. But, what is the point of this video? Well, I was on Instagram and I got these videos recommended to me that just made my jaw drop. Because these kids are taking their teachers and they're deep faking them and they're saying the craziest, like the stuff you thought about your teachers in your head. It's like 10 times that. I'm gonna roll one clip for you guys just so you know what I'm talking about. And you have to keep in mind that the person dancing on here is somebody's teacher, bro. They took their teacher and then they used AI to deepfake her and just start bouncing if you support Israel, the IDF, underqualified to be a teacher, don't explain or grade assignments, and genuinely cause more frustration than Netanyahu. What are these teachers doing, bro? These teachers, now they gotta pay attention to who like they're mean against. Like, I was like, back in my day, if my teacher didn't like me, she would just piss the fuck out of me and she would just be mean to me. There's nothing I could really do back to her in retaliation, right? But now the teachers gotta be like, they gotta be whoa, because like, dude, 160,000 likes, 3 million views. Dude, you say some shit. I remember, okay, story time. I remember in high school, a few months before COVID, we had this substitute teacher come in, right? Actually, it was not a substitute, it was just like a normal teacher, but he was there for like a year. Anyways, this teacher comes, he's like a math teacher, but his actual job is he's like a businessman. He owns a business, he makes a lot of money. And he was just doing this because he was bored, I guess. I really don't know why he was doing it. And he would just come into class and he would teach like 10 minutes of math and then he would go on rants. And I remember he would talk about this like, he said he called it the stupid puma syndrome, And this was all in Turkish. And he would be like, guys, don't be like this. Don't all these alpha male advice. And then he would be like, who's making the most amount of money, guys? Recycling. The people who are doing the recycling, they're making billions, guys. It's the people who deal with your garbage. They're millionaires, they're billionaires. And then COVID happened and he denied it. He would not wear a mask and he would be like, guys, these stupid fucking idiots who are wearing the mask, don't let them get to you. Don't let them get to you. Right? These guys are just nut jobs. I'm not gonna wear a mask. And he would like make fun of some girls. And dude, he was a menace, right? And all the girls could do, like, this one girl he would keep making fun of, all she could do was like cry, dude. I'm not laughing at the girl, I'm just laughing because, like, dude, there is nothing you could do against this guy, right? You could just make some jokes about him or something. Man, if that girl had access to AI and an Instagram page, bro, she would tear him a new one, especially since that guy would found his company and stuff later on. So now, these teachers, they can't just like come up and just like make fun of you with no repercussions because then you might end up on like this Instagram page. Now, AVHS edits. This account, 5,000 followers, right? So this is their most viewed video with 3.4 million views. Oh, I remember seeing. Yeah, this is also the video I saw, bro. They finna neuter you at the assembly, bro. School assembly better be a brazen bull. I remember I tried to make one of these accounts back in my day when I was doing memes, but dude, I can't keep my mouth shut. I would just be telling people, my friends, if I had a video with 20,000 views, I would just tell my friends, dude, I'm making this. I can't do this in silence. So whoever is making this and they have to stay quiet about it, bro, they're like, when was their last post? 4 weeks ago, bro. Oh, they got caught after this one, bro. What was their first post? What made them, right? What made them want to post this? Let's take a look. This is their first ever post.
Could you please give us your name?
My name is John Fay.
Yeah, I came in with the saw. Ooh, yeah, I came in with the saw. Bitch, I play red wrong. Yeah, bitch, I play red wrong.
Okay, wait. So somebody said Mr. Fail needs to be under J, and somebody said search up Jonathan Fay on Google. All right, let's do this. Let's search up who is. Whoa, wait. Principal resigns after investigator finds Grinder app used to pursue sex with student. A high school principal in Alameda County has resigned as a part of a settlement after a school district investigation found sufficient evidence that he used an online app to communicate with a former and current student about sex, once proposing a secret school tryst. Didn't you notice last year I would go out of my way to say hi or smile every time I saw you? I can't even tell you when it started for me. It was the damn honest, I barely remember what that shit was about. Okay, I have to ask, why are you still in the closet? Like, you got a good job and everything will stay down low. I am bi and married. I don't have a choice. He's married? That's crazy, bro. He's married. And what do you mean I don't have a choice? I'm bi and married. I don't have a choice. Dude, you have a choice. Just because you're bi doesn't mean you gotta cheat on your wife, bro. Dude, there's this thing I don't get about these people, right? You have a job, right? Why risk it over text, over Grinder? Dude, you know this student's name, bro. Just like call him to the office and have this talk.
If you think you can graduate from this school without kissing my cock, you are dead wrong.
Why text? Why make it so easy for yourself to be fun? I mean, I'm glad that they're this dumb that they can be exposed so easily. But dude, if I was a school principal with bad intentions, I would not leave a paper trail. Like, trust me on that one. Mr. Clay explains his 3 golden rules to his wife before the cock sesh. Bro, imagine you're a teacher. Imagine you're a teacher's wife and you see this. Somebody sends this to you, bro. This has 6,000 likes. This has 170,000 views. Imagine somebody sends you a video of your husband, deep faked, giving the 3 golden rules to his wife before the cock session. Now, not all of these are bad, so look at this. At least this is good, right? Oh. What? Wait, maybe they're not all positive. What? Imagine back in the day you get caught for beating your meat, right? It's a rumor. People in your school maybe make fun of you. But now you got people like me a gazillion light years away. And now I also know your face and I know you were beating it. And they have their full name on here. Tanay Desai. You were beating it in the school bathroom, bro. And now I also know about it. That is so fucked up. This is crazy, man. Bro, you did your teacher bad, bro. Do fans if you're the chillest teacher. Why you got your chillest teacher being the fucking crackhead in that, bro? No shame. And that's the teacher that you're supposed to be like propping up. Bro, but this is crazy, man. Imagine these 2 people. I saw another one of these posts where like the 2 people were married and then the students were making AI videos of the 2 teachers together. It must be surreal to watch this video about yourself. Like, I'm imagining somebody making this kind of videos about me, like what I would do. Top 3 baddest staff at North High. I gotta click on that. I'm glad I didn't have this technology in my hand back in the day. Bro, when I was in high school, okay, another story time. So, it's in middle school. I'm getting bullied a lot. I'm going to like a local middle school. It's like a public, local fucking middle school. I'm short. I'm a foreigner in the country. I'm just getting bullied all the fucking time. Then we hit high school. Now, in Turkey, the country I moved to when I was younger, how it works is you have to take a test in the middle school, and then depending on how high you score, you get into a high school and you have to make high school choices. So it's kind of like getting into university. Now, I scored like highly, I was in like top 8th percentile. So I got into a good high school, and then I started having a growth spurt. Not too much, right? But still, I wasn't as short. I wasn't the shortest kid like I was in middle school. I was like, people like looking eye to eye with me. Started to work out a bit. But the most important thing was, in this high school, since everybody was smart and since I had the best English, I was put into a separate class for students who had the best English. Now, you gotta know, if you're in Turkey and you have a good English at 15, 16, no, at 14 years old, bro, it means you're on Tumblr. It means you're on Discord. It means you're gaming, It means you're a fucking nerd is what that means. It means you're goofing around. You can't fight for nothing, all right? So I got put into this class, and we're like also 65, 75% girls, because the girls had the best English. And nobody nobody wants to fight, nobody hits me, everybody's scared of being expelled, or they've never had a fight in their life, right? So now suddenly I still talk shit like I did in middle school. In middle school, if everybody's bullying you and hitting you up, the only defense you have is to talk shit about them, right? So now I'm talking shit about people and they're just taking it, bro. So I start to feel the power in me, right? I'm starting to like get juiced up. So what does my dumbass do? I start to kind of bully people a little bit. Yeah, so there was this kid and he was really hated in class. And he hated me and I hated him and he was just hated by everyone. And one day something's happening and we have this school group chat, our class group chat, and I'm always yapping on there, right? So I'm yapping like usual, saying some dumb shit, and this kid removes me from the group. Now they add me back, but I get mad at him and I'm like, why'd you remove me from the group, whatever? I get so mad at him that I decide to write a diss track about him. I don't have access to this diss track anymore, unfortunately. Maybe my friend does because I sent it to him recently, but
Yeah. Ooh. Ozan, you're about to get destroyed. Ozan, you're gay. Please go the fuck away. I'm not religious, but I still pray for you to go away. I was gonna make jokes about your mother and father, but you are their child, so they all.
yeah, anyways, I make this diss track about this kid, right? Bro, people love it. It's like a goofy diss track. I'm like, kill yourself, whatever, you're gay. And it went crazy, bro. And he switched classes after that, and later he also left the school. Now, he didn't leave the school because of my diss track. As far as I know, my diss track stayed in the class. And I almost got expelled because of it. Got called to the principal's office. They threatened to expel me unless I said sorry for calling him gay. I called him everything. I said, go kill yourself, but they were really mad that I called him gay. So you can see where the school system and the principal's mindset was at the time. Man, if I had access to AI, bro, I would have done regrettable, horrific things to that kid, man. I had access to my phone, a recording software, and some music. And I like fucking destroyed that kid with a diss track. Which in hindsight is so funny, bro. If somebody wrote a diss track about me, I would have been like, bro, you're singing about me? Are you gay? But you gotta see how hated he was, that people were like supporting me. They were like, hell yeah, that's so cool. Wow, that's great. I posted that shit. I posted the diss track into the group channel, by the way. Anyways, guys, I think that's the end of video. Thanks for listening. Life is going so hard for me lately. I'm just crying all the time. I'm going through a breakup. So it means a lot that you guys are staying here, sticking through with me, because I have no money. I quit university. I quit my job. I had to break up with my 3 years long relationship with my girlfriend. So shit is hard. It means a lot that you guys are here watching. I want to post weekly. If you guys had fun, find me funny. I'm trying to use all of my power and energy to record these videos, but it's my dream. So yeah. See ya.
I want to punch you, but I don't hit females. You have half the testosterone of a real man. I shouldn't make fun of your mental disability, cause there is a real fucking possibility. My son can become as stupid as Ozan, but if that happens, I will have no son.